So how many of you have solved this problem completely?
Yes, sir. I have solved.
So I
Yes,
just
sir.
want
Solved.
to explain it once more because some of you are not responding also. So what we have here, you have the two actually pipelines, one at point A, this one, another one is point B. You have the two pipelines, fine. So in that you are primarily focusing just to find the pressures and the differences between two. And these two could be of different elevations. One pipeline could be here, another one could be here. So these may not be on the same horizontal plane. Okay. So all the time in case of to find the pressure difference, you have to start from the initial point where you want to measure the pressure. In that case, you started from point 1. After that, your purpose is from that you have to use to the next point where you want to measure the pressure and the difference between the 2 points. So the yesterday first we moved this side the horizontally. Within the same fluid was no change in pressure. So in that case, from here the starting pressure was PA only. Okay, at this particular point. After that, you move the horizontally in same fluid, no change in pressure. Then you bend down by this particular value actually, this much. So let's say this we have given the name here H1. So this much you are coming down in water. So it means your pressure is going up. So you are just adding here that rho 1 G into H1. So this much is the pressure at this particular point here. After that, you have the mercury here. So within the same fluid, you can move horizontally because the pressure change only with the elevation, not in horizontal side. Okay. So you can directly come to this particular point here. So from here to here, no change. So this equation, nothing would change here. After that, you want to reach at point B, so you have to go up. So you are going up by this value. So let's say this particular value you have mentioned here, H2. So you have moved by this. So you are going up now. So you have to do the pressure in the minus here. So this is rho of Hg here. So that much you are doing here, rho of Hg. G is just G, and you have moved by this H2 up. So that much is H2 only. Fine. Now at this particular point, you have the oil here, you have the oil also here, so you can directly move to this particular point here, no change in pressure because same fluid, you have moved just horizontally. You have reached to this particular point here. After that, you are going down, so let's say this value is your S3 and this is your rho oil. So you are going down by S3, so it means you are adding it here. So you have here rho oil G S3. So you have reached at this particular point. After that, you have here to give mercury, so you can move directly to this side without any change in pressure. Now you are going up, so this is also a row of Hg here, and this is your H4. So you are going up, so your pressure should be minus here. So that more you have got here rho Hg G H4. So you have reached here. After that, you have the water. So water of this much height of this is, let's say, your H5. So that much need to be subtracted further here. So rho water G and H5. So you have reached at this particular point here now. After that, you want to reach to point B, so you can move horizontally here, and there you have the pressure B here, so PB, and that must be equal to 0. It is fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is a
Yes, sir.
simple
Yes, sir.
way.
Yes, sir.
have to apply in all questions where you are measuring the pressure difference. Start from any point, you can start either here or here. But start from the end points, not somewhere in the middle. You can do from the middle also, but you don't have that much practice as if now. So I would say start from any of the point, either from here or from this end. And then move in such a way that once you will move horizontally, there would be no change in pressure within the same fluid. If you are going down, then pressure would be added. If you are going out, then pressure would be subtracted only. And finally, you have to reach to the end point, and after that, you substitute the values there, and you will get your these problem solution for that. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, any doubt in this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Ah. So this is what after that you will substitute the values and you will get your answer actually. Now let's say the next one, what you have this derivation we did yesterday, how the pressure would change with elevations. So these are the standards. So we were here actually. The density change with the pressure change with pairs. So you have you adjust. So you are just calculating there the density change here. So you have here the delta rho only. So P is the new density, P naught is old density. Then the difference of 2 divided by the original one would be your multiplied by 100 would be your percentage change in the density. So the density at any particular temperature you can calculate by this P by RT, and initial density was P naught by RT, and finally you will get in percentage, and then the substitute you will get this particular expression for that. So if you know the pressure and temperature at a particular location, so you can find the density change from the original location. Fine. Now let's say this one. So what you have here, previously you were there in a manometer there, connected to 2 pipelines. You have the several fluid. Now you have you can have any type of the shape there, and you want to again find out the what would be the pressure distribution or pressure forces in the entire system actually. So what you have here, this is you have for time being you have the water here, and between 2 boundaries here. So you have let's say for time being you can just say is natural the reservoir, so their elevations and dimensions are cannot be same, just like a river bed. River bed you cannot have 100% plain and all this, so in that case you will have a zigzag type of the basement. The bed is, so bed could be of this way. A top surface could be a flat all the time, horizontal, because it is the open to atmosphere, that would be always in the level only. Therefore, you can see the top surface is completely horizontal. Fine. So we want to calculate that how the pressure would change in this type of the reservoirs there. So first, this we need to design its walls actually to withstand with that much pressure. So if you see this side here, so at top you have the atmospheric pressure. After that, as you are going down within the this particular reservoir here, your pressure magnitude is going up because you are going down by h. So each going of h, the pressure would be added by the P atmosphere plus rho gh, right? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Give some the response here. So in that case, here you have the P atmosphere. So that would be some force. So that would be this much quantity. And after that, you are going down here. So in that case, your pressure intensity is going to increase and increase. Now you see the trend here. So from here to here, you have the linear change in pressure. So it's linearly increasing because you have only same fluid. So in case of same fluid, your density is not changing. Only H is changing. So if you are changing that P equal to that rho GH. So this is constant. So only H is the only variable. Therefore, this the pressure variation is the linear change here, right? So therefore, you have here the linear change. Here, this is linearly increasing here. So in bottom, you have the highest pressure, and this particular length just explain that how much is the magnitude. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, suppose you want to calculate the pressure at point A. If you are calculating here, how would you calculate at this particular point? The pressure was P atmosphere. This symbol shows atmospheric pressure actually inverted triangle is the symbol of the atmospheric pressure or the broken to atmosphere. Now you are coming down by this value. So if you want to calculate pressure at point A, would be this atmospheric pressure plus this much pressure here. So this much is rho, G and H only, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So H के जगह for time being, if you are calculating at point A, so for ease of the simplification, you can put here HA so that you can say the depth of point A, right? So this would be the pressure at point A. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now after that, see these points. If you will draw this horizontal line from here to here, what would be the pressure at point B, point C, point D, point E, F and G?
Equal to point A pressure.
Same. Yes, sir.
Equal to point A. But why is it so?
Cause
Same level elevation.
Same level.
Horizontal level is same.
Horizontal level is one point. Another point,
Sir, fluid same.
Same fluid.
same fluid. Yeah, same fluid, but they are connected also. Same fluid is fine, but they are connected also. Let's say here, यहाँ से यहाँ you can move anywhere. Here you have same fluid. Is continuous one. If sometime if you have drawn a border here, this one, a border here, this one, and this one, in that case you can. There is no guarantee that pressure in these 2 points would be same because now this fluid is not interconnected. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so once the fluid is interconnected and same fluid, then in case of a particular horizontal point, you would have same pressure only. So therefore, at this from here to here, we are one fluid connected, interconnected. So therefore, the pressure is same. Now, suppose you want to calculate pressure at point A, H. At this particular point, and which is here in this particular segment, you have a small amount of mercury also here. This much height is being filled by mercury here. So what will happen here? What would be the pressure at point X?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
The camera is not on.
Sir, your screen is not visible. Projector
is-
screen.
My screen means
Maybe some
the
problem.
projector or the laptop one.
Sir, projector.
Yes, sir.
It's not visible. I hope
Sir, you are
I
stuck at one point.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You are stopped at one point.
no, I am
Yes.
not stopped actually.
Network problem.
Yeah, that happens actually sometimes.
सर रिफ्रेश कर लो सर एक बार.
Now it's fine, right? No, have to change the.
Yes, sir.
Now, can you see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So it automatically got disconnected somehow. I don't know. So in this case, what you have here, you want to calculate pressure at point H. How would you calculate?
Sir, pressure at point A and plus rho GH.
So pressure at point A was at this particular point. So here you have, let's say, corresponding to PA. Then
Plus rho GH for the liquid plus rho GH for mercury.
okay. So in that case, you should know that how much is this height. Okay.
Yes,
And
sir.
how much is actually this much height. Okay.
Mercury.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
You should know this also H of mercury. This is, let's say, H of Hg. So you can calculate the pressure at point H here. The pressure at point H would be that your PA plus of this height. Let's say this you can take for timing HW. So here you have rho GHW. Now rho of water. After that, this much pressure here, so you have rho of Hg, G and H of Hg, right?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
So that would be the pressure at this particular point. Now, what will the pressure here and here would be same at point I and point
No, sir.
X?
No, sir. Liquids are different.
Liquids
The
are
liquids
different.
different. Therefore, the pressure would be
Different.
Different.
This pressure would be the different. This will not be same. Therefore, we have wrote at this particular slide here that TA equal to PV, PC, PV, PF, PG equal to P atmosphere plus rho G at this much particular height. However, the pressure at this point and this point will not be same because these are not same fluid. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is the simple concept need to be used in all pressure calculations. Now, let's say here you have heard long time back in Pascal's law. What the Pascal's law says?
Sir, the pressure applied is equal in same direction.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So here, anything? So if you want to pressurize a fluid, it will exert the equal pressure in all the direction. Okay, this is the Pascal law. So what you have here, we want this is just a typical example of fluid hydrostatics. Here, this is just a hydraulic jack. So hydraulic jack here, you want to lift up the car. Car have very heavy weight, and somehow you have to lift up this particular weight here. So in this case, what you have here, so you are applying some force here at this particular point. Applying a pressure.
Ina, please mute yourself.
Both mic is on. So in this case, you are applying a pressure at this particular point by putting this particular force that F1 equal to pressure into A. So what you have here, that area is very low. So area is very low here. So what you have in this particular point, then you need to have this particular force, you need a pressure here. So how this pressure can be changed? So if you are talking that just now we have talked that if you are moving in the same fluid in the horizontal side, there would be no change in pressure, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's concept we want to use here to lift up this particular car. So what you have, these 2 points are same horizontal line, same fluid. So pressure here and here would be same. So somehow, if you have created a very high pressure here, or let's say some 10 Pascal pressure here, so here would also be 10 Pascal, but force would be more because this particular area would be very, very high. So total force would be the P2 into the F2 would be P2 into A2. So this force, if this force is just more than if this F2 is let's say more than or weight of the car, then this car will go up, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes.
So by putting just a small force pressure here, you have just lift up the car very conveniently by changing this particular area of contact here. So P into A magnitude has been the change here. So that's what we have used this particular concept. The pressure in the same fluid at same point or same elevation would be same. So you have P2 into A2. Now you change the pressure, that the pressure is force upon A, and finally you have come up with this particular expression here. This say that F2 upon F1 would be A2 upon A1. So somehow, if you will decrease A1 more and more, and A2 you want to increase this larger and the larger, in that case that heavy weight body can be lifted up with the small magnitude of the force only. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So this is the concept we have used here. This is being used at all places of hydraulic jack, hydraulic machines, and these days you have hydraulic cranes also, just to lift up your ships and all heavyweight loads. This is one of the
Sir, which
application
liquid
of-
is used in that?
Haji?
Which liquid is preferred to be used in that crane, etc.?
Liquid actually, the here constraint is that you have to use practically a heavy density fluid. Moreover, it should not be in compressible one, because the heavy density case, slight change in H would be very large change here. So just a small change of height, you can create more amount of pressure in case of heavy density fluid. Because pressure is just your rho GH here. So if this pressure is very high, so if this density is also very high, so in the small magnitude of height variation, you can have a larger pressure changes. Okay, so you need a very high density fluid here.
Yeah, any examples, sir, of high density
An
fluids?
example for time being, I don't remember actually, so I need to find. Now you can find them in time.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then we have here, this is the measurement of the pressure measurement devices. So this is being taught to you in your 8th standard here, the basic barometer here. So barometer is just like that, inverted tube here. So here you have perfect vacuum type of condition here. And this inverted tube is being filled in the mercury bath here. And based on atmospheric pressure, this will try to compress it, press it here, and finally this mercury goes up. Here you are maintaining somehow perfect vacuum here, so that this particular height is always being considered as the atmospheric pressure or barometer height. So barometer is being used for
Measuring pressure.
atmospheric pressure, not pressure.
Measuring the atmospheric pressure.
Measuring
So
atmosphere.
barometer is being used to measure the atmospheric pressure only. Fine.
Sir, in the upper part of the barometer, there must be some vapors of mercury.
No.
There
Actually,
will be.
that part is the constraint all the time in pressure measuring devices. All fluids will have very high vapor pressure so that they should not vaporize or converted vapor into the operating range. In case of mercury, the vapor pressure, the boiling point of the mercury, I think more than 300 plus actually, 500 something. So it will not boil at all, means general operating conditions. So in that case, you are taking all the time. It should not create the vapors in the given actually operating ranges. So here you are maintaining somehow perfect vacuum here. And this is how you are balancing here. You are putting the pressure force from here, and this you are balancing by body weight by rho GH only. That is the simple calculation here. Now here you see in this particular part, here you have one is bigger diameter tube, another one is smaller diameter tube, another one is further smaller diameter tube. So this particular thing is because if you will see in this particular calculation here, so this finally you got the P atmosphere equal to rho GH, right? So in this particular expression, you are not getting anywhere the pressure is a function of area. So pressure is not a function of the area. That's what is being shown by this particular picture here, that you are having a different here different diameter tubes are being inserted inside the fluid here, and if the pressure here and all surfaces are same, in that case the elevation of the fluid in all tubes are same. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
pressure is not the function of area of the tube or the thing. Pressure is just a function of elevation only. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, next part here, the manometer part. So, manometer is just a simple U tube, just like that. Anything you just take this inverted tube. This is called a manometer only. U tube. U tube. For time being, it is a U tube. Once you will connect it to a particular flowing fluid, that time it will become the manometer. Fine.
Yes,
So
sir.
manometer purpose is just to measure the pressure, the differences between 2 points. So let's say this one, first one. So this is a particular pipeline here, and you want to measure what are the pressures, the differences at point 1 and point 2. Why do we want to calculate the pressures? Any particular purpose? Why do you want to measure the pressure?
Sir, flow rate, all those things.
Yeah, one thing is flow rate, because we are transporting fluid. So somehow, let's say at this particular exit end of the pipeline, you have a very big pipeline. So at this particular exit end, by chance the pressure at point 2 is less than the exit pressure here. So this particular fluid will not come out. So to exit this particular fluid from here, this pressure should be always more than this outside pressure. That is one thing. Second thing, in case of the reactor, just like a reactor, you have here a vessel here, you have a pipeline here, and vessel have some pressure, let's say P vessel here, and here you have a P in the pipeline, pressure in the pipeline. So in this case, if this pressure here in the pipeline is less than of this pressure in the vessel, so this particular fluid will not go into the vessel. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
The
sir.
vessel would be empty type of condition, and you are continuously providing a heating or cooling, so it will not serve the purpose. So in that case, to make sure that at this particular point, the pressure in the pipeline must be greater than equal to of this at least greater than, to make it flow in. case of the equal to also, there would be no fluid will go in, right?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, we need to calculate pressure in the entire system here. So you want to calculate the pressure here. So you are connecting by the manometer tube here, by connecting here. And this tube, you can just connect the any means, whatever way you want to have. It doesn't create any problem. So let's say you are taking the pressure at this particular point in, let's say this P1, that's what you have here. Now you want to reach till point 2. Fine. So as we taught the previous one, the first part is here, you have to reach inside this particular fluid here. This way you can travel. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This way from here to here, you are not changing anything here, you are going in the same fluid. Because color of fluid here and here is same, so it means the same fluid. So therefore here, let's say you have just considered this density as rho 1. Therefore you have here rho 1 into G and this much height, because that much you came down here, this much. So how much is this height? This A plus H only.
Yes, sir.
Therefore you have this term. After that you came here, so here to here you have the same fluid, which is fluid B, who has the density rho 2. So now you came in here, no change in pressure. Now you want to go up by this, so you are going up by magnitude H. So therefore this one rho 2 G into H is minus tau. After that you have to reach to point B, so you are further going by distance A up, so you have rho 1 G into A. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
After that, you have actually just reached to the point B, so that either you can make here minus of P2 equal to 0 or just keep the original one here equal to P2. Twice yours, okay, right? So this
Yes,
is
sir.
what the equation for that, and after that you can arrange them. So this common term that this the A term will get cancelled from here, so you will have with this term and this one and one with this one here. So for that case, you will get this particular equation here, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is how you can calculate the pressures of a difference between the any 2 points. It started from point 1 as the usual practice in the previous one. Then we moved down to here and we came down this way. Only thing we need to say that how much we have traveled, means just like that. You should not count that you have moved this one, this one, this one. No. You have to just say how much you have vertically bent down or bent up only, that much only. So that much is this value only. And then you just follow this. If you are going down is plus, going up is minus. Here you will get the expression or you substitute the values, and don't substitute the values in the beginning. Substitute the values only at last whenever you want to do the calculations. Here in this you don't substitute the value, just put the variables as variable only. Okay,
Yes, sir.
this is one to
Yes, sir.
calculate the pressure difference in the pipeline, and another one here. Let's say you want to calculate the pressures of a difference inside a container, or you want to measure how much is the pressure inside a particular vessel. So this is the vessel filled with a particular gas here. So here you will have some pressure. Let's say here you have pressure of gas here. Now here you have connected to the manometer tube here, so a manometer tube, and you are just kept there. So don't do this practice at home just like that without doing the pressure. You will not come to know how much is this H, maybe in meter, maybe in kilometer, because depending on the pressure inside. So without having the knowledge of pressure, this type of open tube manometers are not allowed. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In case of this, you can use the manometer here of the any height, because these two are interconnected, so these are close to just a manometer. Those are fine. There would be no problem here. no matter how high the pressure here is. But in this case, if the pressure is very high, this H would become excessively high. Sometimes it might be possible that this gas may go out from here. So, but these are can be used for the moderate pressure only, not for high pressure, because you have to control this H. So, practical H is just only 1 meter. If your H is let's say 10 meter or the something, it's not allowed. 10 meter manometer height or something is not allowed due to stability and operational purpose only, because you cannot keep the track that much height. So in this case, you have the pressure at point 1 is Eg. Now at this particular point, because you have the gas here, so you are just coming down with this value. So in case of gas, you can consider small changes at the elevation. Pressure will not change. So from here to here, you can directly come to this particular point. So here, this particular point would also have P1 would also have the same pressure at Eg. So this is gas only. This can be considered only in terms of gas. Now you went here. Now from here to here, you have the manometer fluid here of some density. So you can directly move the horizontally. Here, no change in pressure. Now you went to bend up by X here, and after that, this is open to atmosphere here. So here always you will have the atmosphere. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you have wrote just this point here that that's P2 equal to P atmosphere plus rho GH. So P2 is means this pressure, which is equal to same as P1. So P2 equal to your P1 equal to your Pg. Okay? That's fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is how you will calculate for this. Now here come to this particular part here. You have, let's say, your distillation column or a reactor. So for time being, you can take a distillation column there. So distillation column, you have the several fluids, several products comes out in a same column here. If the distillation column is something like that, you have a closed container, and there you are providing a feed, and here you have some reboiler thing just to boil it, and here you are getting some bottom product here, and here you are getting a top product by some condenser. So distillation is just a boiling only, just like the evaporation of water only. As you do the water, you have the open tank only, just in case of your home something. In case of the industry or the hazardous or caustic chemicals something, you cannot boil them openly here. You cannot get the multiple product here. So you have here the raw material here, which you will fill some particular fluid, and from here you just provide heat. And same column there, you get multiple product here. You will get one product here, P1, here P2, here P3. Different height, you will get the different products. Just like in a petroleum distillation column, crude fractionation, you get a gasoline, jet fuel, the a jet fuel. Then you have petrol, you have this kerosene. Several fluids you get. So you will have these here. Have a fluid of the different density here. Here till here you have the different density fluid. Here you will have the different density fluid in this segment. Here you will have the different the density fluid. So in a particular column you have the fluids of different densities. So you want to design here because same thickness of the column cannot survive. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because the fluids are changing, densities are changing, therefore pressure variation would also change. So you can see this particular figure here. So in this particular figure, in this particular height you have fluid 1, this height you have fluid 2, this height you have fluid 3. So if you want to calculate the pressure at this particular point, what would be the pressure here? Let's say you want to calculate it.
PATM plus
PATM plus rho 1 GH1.
Right, correct. So here would be this P at ATM plus rho 1 G H1, right? Suppose we
Yes,
want
sir.
to calculate pressure at this point too.
P1 plus
P1
rho
plus
2
rho 2
GH2.
HGH2.
Right. So जो भी है तो आपका you can write either P1 plus rho 2 GH2. You can elaborate that in terms of this. Then rho G H1 plus rho 2 G H2, right?
Yes,
Same
sir.
way you can calculate pressure at point 3. So this would be P2 plus rho 3 G H3, right?
Yes, sir.
Now can you see the how this pressure is varying here? यहाँ से यहाँ तक क्या change हुआ? If you have come down here, you have P atmosphere. Everywhere you have P atmosphere, P atmosphere, right? Here you have changed by कितना? Can I draw the line this way? ऐसा line draw कर सकते हैं क्या? Pressure variation here.
Yes, sir.
Can we?
Yes, sir.
Because density is same. So if you are calculating pressure at this particular point, let's say this is your differential y here. You just move by dy. Pressure at this particular point here, let's say dp. Hello, what are you doing?
Aditya, please mute yourself.
आदित्य म्यूट कर भाई.
So in this case, so here you can draw the linear change here. So linear change is one minute. So here you have this pressure at this particular point would change by this way. So this is the magnitude which you got here. कितना आया था ये?
PATM
What is
plus
that?
rho 1 GH1.
No, P atmosphere cut here because the we are starting from here 0. So we are just cancelling the P atmosphere. So you got here rho 1 G.
GH1.
H1.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Now from here to here,
Yes, sir.
here to here, what was the change here? So here you have the added one more term here. That was rho 2 G H2.
H2.
So you have drawn something like that, right? And this much was same because ये pressure वहाँ पे था. This much was same earlier also that your rho 1 GH1, right? ये दोनों था ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You have two. This plus that. Now let's say third one. So you have this also. You have this also, and you have the another one also.
Rho 3 GH3.
You have this one is rho 1 GH1. This one is rho 2 GH2. This one is rho 3 GH3, right?
Yes, sir.
These are the pressures. Can I calculate the force here? What would be the pressure force here? Force का formula
Multiply with area.
the pressure times area.
multiply by area, right? So suppose you have the area of this tank width, let's say for time being in this one. Let's say this is your width, and you came down by this magnitude h1 here. So what would be the force here? Somehow you should know this one, the width which you have taken for time being v. You want to calculate area. So let's say you are just calculating for this much, area for time being in dy. So what would be the differential area? Differential area कितना हो गया?
B dy.
Width is same b, You have just changed
B
y
dy.
by dy.
B dy.
B dy.
So b into dy, right?
Yes, sir.
That is the area. So you can find how much is differential force on this particular segment.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let me do that. Maybe next slide we have. Maybe we can do it. So we have time now. Class तो नहीं है कभी.
No, sir. Lunch
No,
break.
sir. Lunch break. is-
So here, let's say you have taken a differential y here dy, and the width of this is one you have just taken for time being constant width. So in that case, this area of this segment would be of this one. This is your dA, would be your dy into b. So that would be the force on this area is dF, right?
Yes, sir.
Now you want to calculate the total force. So your dF expression came that rho g. How much is the y here?
H1.
No. H1 to total.
DH1.
D by
What would be the pressure corresponding to this point y here? Let's say this coordinate is y.
H1 minus dy.
H1 minus 1.
Pressure is calculated from top. Always. So from here, how much down you have come?
Y.
Y only, not the rho into. If you are calculating pressure at this particular point, would be rho g y only.
Yes, sir.
And now you have changed it as a differential y, so pressure will not change by dy. So you just have here y only. But if you will multiply this by this projected area, this is of dA, this would be differential force at this particular point. Here. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that would be the force here on this segment, because pressure was here just this one. You have just changed by dy, so no change in the pressure here. Multiply by corresponding projected area. The projected area here was this one only. You multiply by this, right? So that would be the pressure force here. Substitute the values of both. If you substitute the values of both, what will you get? Your dF would be your rho g y and dA कितना लिया गया आपने? You have just taken dy into
B.
your width, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Density is rho 1.
Huh?
The density is rho 1.
The density is the rho one. You can take that one. We are talking for this.
हेलो सर
हाँ जी, hello.
सर ये एरिया वाला पार्ट समझ नहीं आया सर अच्छे से अभी आपने बताया था
Just wait. So what you have here, just like this duster. Can you see this duster?
यस सर यस
You have calculated pressure at this point is Py,
यस सर
rho g y. Now this is the area on which the pressure would act.
ओके सर
So this is your dy. इसका पूरा width was b only. Much. So your dA would be this dy into this width only.
यस सर
Is that fine?
ओके सर
So if you have calculated the pressure at this particular point in Py, considering this y here, so you got here dF here, differential force at this particular point or differential distance change here dy, and this was changed by b only. So this one would be your differential area here. आता है समझ में? ये आपका dy है. So this is the projected area on which this particular pressure force will act. So you got here rho g dy area. Rho g by is the pressure force multiplied by dy into width. Now you want to calculate force on this entire fluid in this particular segment on this particular height. So that you want to integrate.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
From 0 to h1.
Now, y is changing from where to where? From here to
Yeah.
here. So that
H1.
is 0 to h1.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? Your width is same because you have this type of the container, so width is not getting changed with respect to height. So therefore, this is not function of y. So you can integrate that. Integrate करके क्या मिलेगा? You get rho g b y square by 2
True.
and substitute the limit of y from 0 to h1.
H1.
So you will get this one here rho g h1 square by 2.
Yes, sir.
Can we rearrange that? इसको rearrange करके क्या मिल जाएगा? You will have this in the further slides. What we came here, so I thought just to explain that. So you got F equal to how much? Rho 1 G B H1 by 2. Let's say you have here H1 by 2. You got this now H1 square by 2 आया था, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And for time being, this B भी आप थोड़ा सा shift कर दीजिए. Now think for this one and think for this part. This is H, this is your width. So H1 into B is what?
Area.
Area of the surface on which pressure is acting.
Yes.
What is this? What would be the
Pressure at the
center
middle.
of this particular rectangle? Because now it is the rectangle, right? H1 into B. Rectangle का centroid is center of the gravity.
Middle में होता है half h1 by half.
Middle, right? The middle of this is h1 by 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so therefore you have here. So this term is called pressure at the centroid. Multiplied by
Area.
area. So if you want to calculate force on a particular the surface, somehow you calculate pressure at the centroid and multiply by its projected area. Okay,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
that will can calculate your pressure force. So we will end here. Actually, so this is the manometer sensitivity and the manometer we will explain in another class. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You
sir.
want to ask anything, whatever we have covered today?